Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit back down. Then like everybody nowadays, Hollywood. Oh, it's like that now? I'ma show you how to act now. I'ma show them how to act. I'ma show you. I'ma show them how to act. Okay, now picture little Bobby, just a younger run around with his man.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Vikings coming in at 3-1, going up against the Panthers, who come in at 3-1.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Minnesota Vikings. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And right away, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for time and extending the play, but you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Defense showing blitz.
Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. Leopard.
They're going to look to throw, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Aguayo able to knock it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Now it's Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. To throw is Newton. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Newton on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eric Kendricks in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long, it's Newton. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
No, check, Patrick. here we go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's it, baby. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They go play action here on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. On second down, here's Newton. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Time running out here on the play clock. Newton now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag routes are pretty good.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Again, Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
No, check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
On second down, here's Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And they're definitely showing blitz here. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here's Newton now on second down. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a first down throw for Newton. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a give to Fournette. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now Newton on first down. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he fires one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 2nd down now after the incompletion. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. He hits Stewart in the flat. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. From the 50, Newton. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boys.
Out of the gun, Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Newton throwing again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. To the air again, Newton. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Trying to punch it in, Stewart. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Godot's kick is right through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they boot it through, and now we're all square after 2 quarters of play.
And what's that great term you taught me? They're level, right? They got back to level. Now they get to go back in the locker room, regroup, and start over in the second half.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So thanks to the late field. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. Yeah,
and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. That's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They go play action here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And it's up and good. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, third quarter in Indy. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Back 99, Philly, here we go. Set, B-19.
They begin with a run by Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space. No gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Patriot! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Watching that, Barney!
The setup to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 7. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
To throw on second down is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Now Stewart on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here's Newton now on second down. And this one's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Newton. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush. All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go.
A handoff to Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's got room. The 30. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
To throw now on first down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's brought down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught, Gronkowski. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. From the gun, here's Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 17 yards to pick up there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. On second down, they run with Stewart. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be third down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw. It's complete to Diggs. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to win the football game. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Throwing here, Newton. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for...